Hey YouTube, I'm Ross Stewart with Stewart Media Digital. I'm here today with Kindle to talk to you guys about the Sony 85mm 1.8 lens. So first I want to talk a little bit about the build quality. I really like this matte black. It's really sleek. It's pretty sturdy in the hand. It is 13 ounces or 371 grams. So it's pretty light. It's a lot lighter than a lot of their G Master Prime and zoom lenses. Which is really nice for just sort of casual portrait photography. It does come with this nice lens hood, and it's pretty simple. It's just got an autofocus, manual focus button, or a switch I mean, and then it's got a focus lock button, and then the focus ring. It is focused by wire, but it is pretty accurate. It's the focus ring has a good amount of resistance. So overall, it's really nice. It's really nice feeling in the hand. So let's start shooting and talk about what it can do. So 85mm is one of my favorite focal lengths. I think it's really good for portraits. You can go vertical and shoot some really nice portraits. You can step in a little bit closer and get some really nice tighter headshots. All right, now look off just a little bit in that direction. Perfect. So we're getting some really nice background blur. It's only 1.8. There is a 1.4 version, and Canon has a 1.2 version, which is also really cool. You get some really nice background blur with those, but even at 1.8, we're still getting a lot of really nice subject separation. We're getting a lot of really nice blurry backgrounds. So here you can see, here's the out of focus, in focus, out of focus, and I'm using back button autofocus, but that's just so fast, so accurate. I really enjoy this lens for its autofocus capabilities when shooting portraits. So I'll show you guys the series of photos. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, while taking still photos, I'm going to hold down the eye autofocus button while she walks towards me, and in post we'll be able to see how many pictures landed perfectly in focus while holding down the eye autofocus button. I'm really stressing how great the autofocus is on this lens. I think it's definitely one of the best. So let's test that so I can show you guys an example of that. So when you walk all the way up to where you're lined up with that tree. So, all right, and then go ahead. So just watching the green dot, she's staying perfectly in focus the whole time. Keep coming, and awesome, freeze right there, perfect. So I'm primarily a photographer, but I do some video. So let's go ahead and do that exact same test in video mode, and on the computer we'll take a look at that footage and see how well it managed to keep her in focus in video. All right, and go ahead. All right, so I've got this really nice sunset behind me. I probably only got a few minutes to before we lose the light. So I'm gonna take some pictures right here shooting towards the sun. So she is pretty backlit, and it's capturing it really well. You do see a little bit of a drop in contrast, but it's still really nice. I'm gonna take off the lens hood and really shoot directly into the sun. I'm not getting any flaring whatsoever. A tiny drop of contrast, but it still looks really nice. So the minimum focusing distance is about 0.8 meters or 2.5 feet. Which is honestly about as close as you're gonna need for any kind of portrait. I'm already starting to really invade her personal space here, and I'm filling the frame. So I would say for this lens, it's by no means a macro lens, but it's not meant to be. As a portrait lens, you can definitely get those close-up portraits. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that was valuable. Thank you so much for Kindle for being our subject today. So just in quick summary, I absolutely love using this lens. It is about $600 US, which in my opinion makes that really great value for money. There's the 1.4 G Master version, which is quite a bit more expensive. I've chosen to hold off on getting that because I've heard other reviews talk about a few issues with that lens, so hopefully those things are worked out in the Mark II version. But in the meantime, the 85 1.8 is really a great value for money, and it's absolutely a pleasure to use. If you're interested in this lens, please check out the link below and be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.